Electrical issues. What could be the problem? Will I find out? Stay tuned. So, battery, this is my good outlet, my good 12 volt electric outlet, and it's 12.65, which is a full charge. It's perfectly fine, and that's what I'm using right now for all my electrical needs. So what I have here is my current setup. 4 different items. To my left, the far left, I have a carbon monoxide detector, and next I have the high quality fuse box, and then I have a 450 watt inverter which came with the van. I haven't used it yet, and then finally I have my solar charge controller, and it is not happy. It's saying low battery, voltage is 66, which I don't know what the heck that means. If I press these other buttons, let's see what happens, if anything. Yeah, the solar panel is not connected, so it makes sense that it's not going to have any readings on there. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get under my bed and access the wires, the battery, and see if I can figure out what's going on. As some people in the comment section have said previously, it's likely a grounding issue, and I think they're probably right. So what we have here is a mighty fine bottle of Schweppes club soda and a pool noodle that just fell over. Now, I don't really like this stuff, but I didn't buy it for the water. I bought it for the container. Previously, I don't know if you could see it in my mess, the Ocean Spray Cran Cherry bottle. I need the bottle, so I tried it, and even though I filled that thing like 4 or 5 times, it still tastes like the juice. So, solution: buy a bottle for water, so that the water doesn't taste like juice. One awesome inch. What are you doing? You're putting club soda into your Prestone antifreeze container. Yes, I don't want to waste perfectly good club soda. Maybe the car's thirsty. Actually, I have a coolant leak that I need to get fixed pronto. It's really not leaking that much, but it's enough that I have to keep some water around. And why waste perfectly good club soda? Even low sodium. Do you think the van minds? So that's, I'll use that for later when the old girl needs some more water. And as you can see over here, everything's still a mess. There's the remainders of my bed. I don't know why I'm keeping this. That's the inside stuff. This has got to be trashed. There's my blankets. All the details, people, all the details are here for your viewing pleasure. So the reason why I need to get that water bottle emptied is because I didn't really want to use club soda to refill my batteries, and since I'm taking my bed apart and going to access the batteries, I'm also check the water level. It's been about 3 or 4 months, and I'll see how it looks, and I may add some water. However, adding club soda, probably not the best idea, as batteries can be expensive. So I got some other water I'm going to put in there. I know it's not distilled, and shame on me. I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me. Oh look, a new problem. Because my van is a complete mess and completely unorganized, I'm just dumping stuff everywhere. This nozzle thing was bent over, and now it's got a break. These things are cheap. I think they're like $5 in Walmart, so I'll go buy one today or tomorrow. That pink spot on the wall, and there's one very slight one on the pine paneling. That's from a pillow friend of mine, is kind of a hippie chick. She doesn't use wrapping paper, so she gives you a present. She puts it in a pillowcase. She must have bought that pillowcase from a dollar store or something, somewhere, because it's really obviously not the greatest quality. Note to self, do not jab your butt with those sharp screws, which are all along the edge of this thing. Anywho, here's the battery system. Gotta try to figure this out. I think what I need to do is I'm gonna loosen each of these off and test each of those little yellow connections and hope one of them is loose, and then just re-crimp them and hope that solves the problem. Is the thing still blinking? Yep, it's still blinking. As you can see, I wrote on here renewed February 2015. That's when I filled up the acid containing vials to make sure it had lots of water. I'm going to do that again right now and check it out, make sure that's all ticky-poo. Well, they look pretty full. I think I'm going to add just a tinge of water just to bring them up to the bottom of the plastic. They're about, I'm guessing, 4 millimeters away from the edge of the battery casing, but looks like it's been spilling over somehow, and it's supposed to be sealed with this rubber gasket on here. I don't know how that's getting out. Anywho, might as well do it while I'm here. This one looks pretty good as well. It's dry over here, so I don't know why this one's all boiled over, but this one isn't. Well, boiled is the wrong word, but you know what I mean. Gotta be careful not to get any of that debris in the acid though. Okay, I just figured something out. This one right here is the solar charge controller. You see right now, it's not on. Stick this back on here. It's on. I wish I could do that process elimination for the rest, but the only one I want is the main wires that go to that are going to go to the solar charge controller, which I know which one that is, and or at least I know the positive side, and the one that comes to the solenoid. I think the solenoid might be this one because that's an inline fuse, I believe. So I'm pretty sure that's the solenoid one, but I'm not positive. No fuses on any other wires, though. Interesting. So one thing I discovered is this was loose, a little bit loose. So I took it apart, and I'm going to go into Home Depot here and see if they have a crimp that I can just crimp it back on with. But I don't know, this thing looks pretty mangled. I might have to buy a new one. But I don't think that was the issue. In fact, I know it wasn't the issue, because when I touched it on the terminal, it was doing the same thing as before. It didn't solve the problem. Even I put the thing directly onto the contact. So I think this electrical issue may be beyond my limited skills. And just to make perfectly clear, I have no idea what I'm doing, more or less. So don't copy what I'm doing and say, well, that's what that Awesome Inch guy did, so that should work for me. Don't do that. I'm just trying to fumble my way through it the best I can. So what I have come to the conclusion is a couple things. The socket that still works, I don't think it's connected to my batteries at all. I think it's connected to the starting battery, and that's why it still works no matter what happens. I take all the cables off the house batteries, and that other circuit is still working. So I don't think it's connected to them. That's fairly evident. So now, question remains, what else could it be? So I checked all the connections. This is the solenoid. I'm 99.9% sure. And it seems all solid. And then I thought, oh, let's see where this goes. And it goes to a fuse box. Can you see that? It's a little bit dark. And I checked all those big fuses. I know it's not going to be a 10 amp or a 20 amp fuse, so I didn't even bother checking those. But all the big fuses are perfectly fine, so it's not the fuse. Would have been easy if that was a solution that would have worked. Now, I have heard that these things only last for like 5 years, so maybe this one's just fried. Maybe the batteries are really not getting charged. So one possible option is to just replace the whole thing and run new wire to the battery and wash my hands of it. So it's a beautiful day here in Vancouver, British Columbia. I'm gonna go see if I can get that crimp issue fixed in Home Depot. Then I'm going to clean up the van on the inside and call it a day. If you have any ideas of what this electrical issue might be, please leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'd be mighty appreciative. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care. Have a good night.